Hi, everybody. Granddaughter Crow here. I just wanted to give you a little bit of information that you might find of interest. This information comes to us by Dr. Scott Peck, who is well known for his book, The Road Less Traveled. He's a psychologist. He's amazing. And this book that he wrote called The Different Drum is basically he outlines in this book like the 4 stages of spiritual development. And I thought I'd share it with you just to see what you think. So 4 stages. The first stage is what he refers to as antisocial or chaotic. Basically, it doesn't mean that you don't connect. It means that, like when you're a kid and the world is about you, what your needs are, who you are, what you are, just very much that is a stage. And it is also a stage within spirituality, whatever. The second stage is what he calls formal or institutional stage. So in life, this is like what that chaotic child or whatever, and adults can have that same childlike mentality, but then the next stage is they move into this formative, institutionalized, structured boundaries way of thinking. And you can find this in many different religions. You can find this in many different military backgrounds, where it's kind of like in this stage, you are asking the world around you, how do you need for me to behave and make it structural, and so that I can do this and do it right? Training, right? And then the third stage, which I find is the hardest stage to get through, is this deconstruction stage. It's where doubt and skepticism come in. I like to call it the rebel stage, where you were chaotic, then you are unformed, thinking of only of self. Then you went into this formalized stage within religions and military backgrounds and things like that, very structured, institutional. And then all of a sudden, stage 3 is when you start rebelling against the institution to kind of deconstruct, like taking what you want and leaving the rest, and not just following along with everything that's told to you, but you start questioning it. This is the hardest stage because it's a very lonely stage, and you also have to struggle through things like, oh my goodness, I am backsliding. I am, not supposed to think this way. I was so dedicated and now I'm questioning it. And so some people just go back and stay in stage 2, according to what Dr. Scott Peck and his research of being a psychologist for a long, long time, since the 70s. And so now we're 1970, right? And so now stage 3, if you can move through that and navigate through that, stage 4 is what he calls the mystical stage. This is the stage where it is like you are now saying, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And you begin to explore, a variety of belief systems, or let the divine reveal itself to you as it reveals itself to you. And so just to let you know, sometimes it's nice to be able to have a little bit of a basic stage that we can look or examine our life through. Do you agree with this? Do you see how this looks in your world? I'd love to hear it. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Food for thought from Granddaughter Crow, and leave your comments below. And if you do have more thoughts, you can always email me. If you go to www.granddaughtercrow.com, go to the bottom of the page, you'll find my email. I welcome your thoughts and what you have to say about this. Hope this helped you. Food for thought with Granddaughter Crow.